Have you ever felt more drained after seeing someone instead of happier? Most people believe that reconnecting with others after retirement will fill the emotional gap. But what if some people are actually stealing your peace without you realizing it? Today, we're uncovering 14 types of people you should avoid after 60, not out of anger, but out of wisdom. After 60, your time is different, your energy is more valuable, and your peace becomes your greatest asset. You're no longer surrounded by busy schedules or constant distractions, so who you spend time with matters more than ever. This video isn't about cutting people off harshly, it's about protecting your mental and emotional well-being in one of the most important phases of life. Let's begin. 1. The constant complainer. These are people who turn every conversation into a list of problems. At first, you may feel like you're being kind by listening, but over time, their negativity slowly becomes your emotional burden. After spending time with them, you don't feel lighter, you feel heavier. Your mind starts replaying their worries as if they were your own. At this stage in life, your emotional space is more sensitive, and constant negativity can quietly reshape your outlook on life. Protecting your peace is not selfish, it's necessary. 2. The silent competitor. This person turns every interaction into a subtle competition. You talk about your life, and they respond by proving theirs is better. Health, family, finances, everything becomes a comparison. Instead of feeling connected, you leave feeling less than. At 60 and beyond, life is not a race anymore. You don't need to prove anything. Real friendship celebrates, not competes. 3. The one who lives in the past. These individuals constantly talk about the good old days. While nostalgia can feel comforting, too much of it traps you. It makes the present feel empty, and the future feel limited. You may start believing that your best years are behind you, even when they're not. A healthy life after 60 is about creating new meaning, not reliving old chapters. Invator, the one-sided taker, they only show up when they need something, a ride, a favor, someone to listen. But when you need support, they disappear. At first, helping feels good, but over time, it becomes draining and one-sided. Healthy relationships are balanced. You deserve to feel valued, not used. 5. The chronic negative thinker. This is deeper than complaining. It's a mindset. They see problems in everything. The world, people, change, even small joys. Spending time with them slowly rewires how you think. You begin to notice more negativity, even when life is good. Your environment shapes your mental health, especially later in life. Choose conversations that lift you, not ones that pull you down. 6. The hidden competitor. Unlike obvious competition, this one is subtle. They smile, they listen, but always try to outshine you. Every story becomes a chance for them to prove superiority. And over time, your confidence quietly erodes. Friendship should feel safe, not like a silent scoreboard. 11. The energy drainer. These are people who leave you emotionally exhausted. They may not be negative, but they demand too much attention, time, or emotional effort. After every interaction, you feel tired, not fulfilled. At this stage of life, energy is limited, and where you spend it matters deeply. 8. The drama creator. Some people thrive on chaos. They bring conflict, gossip, and unnecessary emotional tension into your life. Even small interactions turn into complicated situations. Peace is fragile, and drama destroys it quickly. Distance yourself from unnecessary emotional noise. 9. The guilt manipulator. They make you feel guilty for setting boundaries. If you say no, they act hurt. If you choose yourself, they question your kindness. But here's the truth. Boundaries are not rejection. They are protection. Anyone who respects you will respect your limits. 10. The one who dismisses your growth. You've changed, you've evolved, but they still treat you like the person you were decades ago. They ignore your growth, your wisdom, and your new perspective. This creates emotional disconnect and frustration. You deserve relationships that recognize who you are today, not who you used to be. 11. The overly dependent friend. They rely on you for everything, emotionally, mentally, even daily decisions. At first, it may feel like you're helping, but over time, it becomes overwhelming. You are not responsible for carrying someone else's life. Support is healthy. Dependency is not. 12. The one who invalidates your feelings. Whenever you express yourself, they minimize it. You're overthinking. It's not a big deal. Over time, this makes you question your own emotions, but your feelings matter, especially now. You deserve to be heard, not dismissed. 13. The always busy, never present person. They're physically there, but mentally absent, always distracted, always rushing, never truly engaged. Conversations feel shallow. Connection feels missing. At this stage, quality matters more than quantity. You need presence, not just company. 14. The one who brings no peace. This is the most important one. If someone consistently disturbs your inner peace, no matter who they are, it's a sign. Peace is not something you find randomly. It's something you protect intentionally, and sometimes that means walking away quietly. 15. The one who constantly brings fear. This person always talks about what could go wrong. Health scares, financial worries, worst-case scenarios. Every conversation feels like a warning. At first, it may seem like they care, but over time, their constant focus on fear starts shaping your mindset. You begin to feel more anxious about things that may never even happen. At this stage of life, peace comes from balance, being aware but not overwhelmed. You've lived long enough to understand that life is unpredictable, but that doesn't mean you should spend your days expecting the worst. Protect your mind from unnecessary fear. You deserve calm, not constant worry. 16. The one who doesn't respect your time. They assume you're always available. Because you're retired, they believe your time has less value. They cancel plans last minute, show up late, or expect you to adjust for them. Every time. But here's the truth. Your time is no less important now than it was before. In fact, it's even more valuable. Because now, your time represents your freedom, your choices, your life. When someone repeatedly disrespects your time, they're also disrespecting your boundaries. Healthy relationships honor time, effort, and presence. You've earned the right to spend your days intentionally, not waiting around for people who don't value them. As you move forward in this stage of life, remember this: peace is no longer optional. It's essential. You've spent decades giving your time, your energy, and your heart to others. Now, it's your turn to protect it. Not everyone deserves access to your space, your attention, or your presence. And that's not selfish. That's wisdom. The right people will never make you feel drained, small, or overwhelmed. They will make you feel calm, respected, and understood. So choose carefully, because the life you build from here should feel lighter, not heavier.